Ooh, there's nothing like Amish crack donuts. Gotta love them. What's up, everybody? Welcome to HotMakes, right here on HotMakes. I'm Nerdy J, fresh back from Murph. This is the Pooch. How you doing, Pooch?
Fantastic, Nerdy J. Welcome back, my friend. Was it a good Murph?
You know what? It was a blast. It was. We have all episode to talk about it, but it was a blast, and we'll definitely get into that. But first, have you ever had an Amish crack donut? I mean,
I don't think I have. I feel like I would have remembered something like that.
I just got diabetes. I apologize to anybody out there that has it, but I just got it from eating half that donut.
Oh, it's instant diabetes with those, huh?
Yeah. So it's what it is it's a yeast raised donut that's fried, dipped in caramel, and then heavily
covered in crack
with cinnamon powdered sugar.
Oh, okay. When do you add the crack though?
Well, they call it Amish crack because everybody loves
it's really called Amish crack.
Addicting. Yeah.
I thought you were just like because they're addictive like crack. They're actually called crack donuts.
Yeah, if you looked up Amish crack, you'll see the donut will come up. It's amazing. And if you were at Murph Saturday morning, I walked around with a box of these, and they were joking on some streams last night that I was lurking in, that I was just walking around with like this box of donuts, like handing them to people if they wanted them, and then like shoving my. Yeah, it was awesome.
One for you.
It was awesome.
Well, that's nice. It was nice of you to share.
It was, and then I had to put them out in the truck for a little while, and it was hot. But I mean, it was a phenomenal event. And before we get into that, how was your week? Last we saw you were on a mountain. You broke up, and then we never saw you again.
I know. And look, I learned my lesson though. I came prepared. I have my backup plan, and I tested it ahead of time, and it's working. So we'll see. I don't know. I've had it before, but hopefully we don't go through the power shuts. Now I know our friends to the north of us are really suffering the worst of the heat wave. I mean, it's only like mid 90s here, so it's like it's nothing compared to what it was. But hopefully, fingers crossed, we don't experience the same technical difficulties as last time. Good week, though. Good week, busy week, fun.
Definitely, that's awesome to hear. Definitely, my thoughts are with everybody out there that it's blazing hot. I think Joel just got home and he posted that it's like 105 or 102 or something like that. And Llama, I did
back on the plane, going back to Murph. Yeah,
I do have a box from Llama right here. We'll get to that. And I did also get a box of donuts home. So there's that.
Nice.
But before we go any further, I got the iced tea again. It's in my nice mug here.
Iced tea today. Okay.
It's iced tea, and it's in my Guinness mug, which I did have a couple at Murph. But it's in my Guinness mug, but it's nice iced tea. What are you guys drinking? Let us know in the chat what you're drinking. You just have to be careful because you drink too many of those, and then they ask you for a stool sample. That's not good. So I picked up a stool sample while I was at Murph.
He was giving them away again? That's fantastic.
Yeah. So John Mack,
right? Yeah.
Yep, John Mack had the stool samples there, and that was a lot of fun. So
Wait, show us again. Show us again. We pulled in a
show it
little late on that. Yeah.
There we
Focus.
go.
There it is. That's
It's
you
a
know
bottom.
what? The detail on his stools has gotten a lot better because the ones at Earth when he was originally doing it, he had some looser stools at that event.
We'll just leave that. All right. So Thangs is in the house with us. Thangs, thank you so much for your sponsorship to have us there. We really appreciate it. Caleb, I, and Steve couldn't have had a better time, and we really appreciate meeting John. We met John from Thangs while we were there. We did an awesome dinner on Saturday night. It was just a ton of fun. We had a lot of time with a lot of people because, frankly, Murph wasn't as big this year as it was in 2019. I think you could have maybe filled one building, maybe.
Now, did they do more than one? Did they do more than one building this year?
So,
okay.
So I'm going to pull up some pictures while we're talking, just so we have some reference, right? But they only had one building this year, and it was huge. I mean, the building was phenomenal, but it. So apparently, this is no fault of Murph. Okay, no fault of them because they can't control this. But it's been super cold down there lately, and the ground never really thawed out. So in the last week, it became super hot down there.
Okay.
And then the concrete started to sweat. And you can't
sweaty concrete.
Prevent that. No. So the whole weekend, we were walking around in a lot of water. The pictures that I'm about to show, I believe, were taken maybe on Saturday late in the day or something, where the water was like a little better, but everything was wet. And there's nothing no one could do about it. And it was like 85% humidity outside, and the humidity inside the building, it was cooler inside the building, but the humidity was super high. So if you're at Murph, you know what I mean by saying when I got home last night, I had to take a shower and rinse the Murph off me because every day you went home, you just had to take a shower. I mean, so let me show you what I mean by that. So this, I'm actually going to post. Can I post full screen so you can see a little better?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can see here, there's water.
Yeah, standing water on the floor.
Yeah. If you look over here, you can see, this is actually not too bad down the center aisle. So this must have been later on Saturday. It started to be a little bit better. Sunday was a little better yet, but Friday when we went in, Friday night, it was like completely covered, like you see on the right side. I mean, it was full, full on water. But this picture, more importantly, gave you an idea of how big this hall was. It was huge. Yeah, it was phenomenal. So we'll kind of shoot across here, and this was like the entry here,
Okay.
And I apologize, chat. I'm not watching chat. So if you're posting, I'll look to Geary or Pooch to pull up the comments up because I'm not watching really close. But anyways, I know. Dave Randolph's with us. David Randolph. He actually showed up. So I know Joel said, "Hey, I'm on my way to Murph," and like at 4:30 on Friday, Dave was like, "I'm coming." So it was awesome. He showed up and he hung out. That was really cool. But this gives you an idea of what the building looked like. And what you see is pretty much what was there. It was only maybe half full there, but that's okay. There's a stool sample. Yeah. What do we got? We got, some of the pictures that were taken through the weekend. So some really cool game pieces here. I think Caleb took these. So just I didn't see this. This is pretty cool. We got an engine with
Groot.
Hey, you know what? Evan
Evan
showed up. Yeah, he didn't bring his machine, but he showed up and we hung out with Evan a lot, and he actually hooked us up with some chocolate business cards.
Sweet. That's a cool way to do. That's his business card or
yeah, so that's his chocolate business card. And then let me do this. So then this is actually Evan's real business card. Let me see if I can hold it still.
And how does
that's his real. So this hides under like a piece of wrap under the chocolate. And so you actually get it. So if you didn't know, Evan just had the cocoa press like within the last 6 weeks, was on Linus Tech Tips. so Linus actually featured Evan's Cocoa Press on that, so that was really cool for him,
that's huge.
especially.
Yeah.
And so there was that. Let's see what else we got. There it is. Oh, just on the back. So if I just went to the next picture, right? And then I accidentally closed the window. Hang on. Too many Christmas. Amateur hour. But I mean, like there was Thank you.
I'm glad to see they had a lot more space, because I know it was getting pretty chaotic in the old building with the annex, and then people were upset that they were like kind of over in the B area, and so it seems like there's a lot more space now for people. So I think that's promising and exciting for people for next year. Look at that.
Oh, for sure. If it's a normal event next year, I think that building would be completely full, and it would be amazing.
Sure.
This is this is pretty awesome.
Golf? Is it for golf? Miniature golf?
Yeah. I don't know about golf.
It looks like a miniature golf.
It looked like it should
be,
though.
I want to putt into the dragon's mouth. Is that not what that's for?
Awesome.
It's a cool.
Yeah,
thing,
it's for miniature golf. That's what Geary just chimed in the background. Geary is having some technical difficulties today. Oh geez. So
what's happening here?
So this got stuck in there. I don't want to give it away, but that might be Joel recording me. And it might be. I'm just gonna throw it out there. And I was being ridiculous. So we got 17. We were just running through the event, having a little fun there. So that was a lot of fun. You see his little phone up here. He was actually giving everybody 60 seconds, period, for your booth. And I can't wait for that video. The video is going to be awesome when it comes out. So that was a lot of fun. This is a tug of war. So let me explain what we're seeing here. This is a tug of war with ratchet straps that are glooped on,
right?
3D glooped on. So we brought a whole bunch of people from the community. See Dan from Slice Engineering in here. Jim
Shay in the background.
Yep, Jim. Shay and Jim. So what they had a tug of war, and the 3D gloop handles held up beautifully. By the way,
let's see. You can get those apart once you gloop them together.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. They got to get
what?
It restarted. What happened? Who won? They gave up.
Yeah.
That looks like fun though.
It was amazing. That was so much fun. And, I think just being there to see some of this stuff was pretty awesome. Let's see. Where am I in pictures here? What's going on? Let's see. So many. Here's a cracked donut. Where the heck? Oh, I see what happened. I didn't go far enough in the picture. So I had these all in a folder. When I accidentally closed it, it like rearranged my whole life here. So we missed you though. We missed you. We were sending you updates.
I missed you guys too. It looks like just nonstop fun being had at all times.
Yeah. So we missed you. So we ended up. Caleb tried the shaken oat milk. The espresso that you like, the shaken espresso with the brown sugar and oat milk.
Oh yeah, those are delish.
Yeah. So I think we sent you a picture of that.
Wait a second.
Joel and Chuck.
Go back one photo really quick. I have a question for you. Where's your other pinky? Where's your other finger? Do you have a T-Rex hand?
Yeah, I do.
This looks very. Are you missing a finger?
Like,
and I didn't know that.
It must be behind the can. I don't know. That's a funny.
You're holding the can with your pinky behind it. I'm very confused with how that's working.
I mean, I have them all. I don't know. It's.
Are you
Photoshop.
Sure?
I promise.
Think Jim's missing a finger, and he's been. Okay. All right. Sorry. Carry on.
No, that good call, because I'd never seen that before. Caleb wasn't. Everybody's talking about the height, so that was a huge conversation we had when we went back Saturday night after dinner. Is that like people didn't expect the height of people, because for the last, year and a half, whatever, we've all been doing this. So then when a whole bunch of us get together that never met in person, we stand up, or if we stand up in our videos, you only see so much. So it's like, holy, Dan, super tall. Zolan was tall. A couple shorter people out there. But it was funny because the chat is blowing up about heights. Like, everybody was taller or shorter than everyone else thought. I told everybody, just so they know, 50, when you meet me in person, I'm 50 pounds heavier than I am on the.
It's not the camera that adds that, huh?
Okay. Yeah. So we'll keep rocking. Chuck and Joel came. So Joel told us he wasn't going. He decided to go. So
surprise.
Showed up. Surprised. I knew Chuck was going to be there. We had a lot of fun with that. There you go. Rise and Roll Bakery is the only one that does the cracked donuts. And there you go. There's a picture of them. There you go. There's our shaken oat milk. We had to send that to you because, you got me hooked, and then I got Caleb in. So, let's see. Oh, we're about to film. So this here is a picture of me that I'm about to film these guys. And Joel worked for maybe 10 minutes to get this lavalier off the lav mount and remounted the way he liked it.
All right.
And it was hilarious because the peanut gallery was all around and we were giving him a hard time, like never worked a lav before. It was hilarious, but a lot of fun. They built a 500% stem fee racer. So watch for that video to come out. That'll be a lot of fun. There you go.
Nice.
So to quote Joel, this is the YouTube thumbnail face.
Yeah, it's hard to recognize it without the white border around, highlighting everything.
Right.
But Photoshop later. Mini gym sighting. Look at that.
Yeah. So if you look closely in the mini gym, you'll see
he's got a little eyeball.
Googly eye. Yeah. And some stringing. And, the guy behind him was like, what? So that was a lot of fun. The community was having so much fun. And this is one of the things they brought over to me. So that was a lot of fun.
That happens, I guess.
In our house, we had a house out there. This was one of the signs, which is amazing. This was another one. You don't have to read it all, but it's hilarious. I might have to make this in my laser cut stuff, which would be a fun. 5 stars, everything came out okay. I was comfortably seated for the entire performance. That was a good one. But let's see. There's this, and I got some more pictures of the people going down. There we go. So I think it's by 7, I believe, on Twitter. If I remember, by 7, they gave me this vase. And I brought it over to the Filament booth because we're doing the vase contest right now. And Filament was there. I got the Filament hat on today. And let me see here. I'll show you real quick. So here you go. This is what it is.
Nice. That's a big vase.
This is like a trash can. It's got a little first layer issues. Also, it has stuff inside of there. There's some red Capricorn and a whole bunch of there we go. A whole bunch of Starbursts. That was the thing. People were giving away, stuff. But this vase was awesome. Thank you so much, for bringing this to me, and I appreciate it. I'm going to use it here in the shop as a trash can. It's going to be great. Let's see, what else did we do? So that was at the Filament booth. There you go. At the end of the day, I was showing Chuck the new spool racers to my spool racer for next year, or the wheels. I'm sorry, the wheels to my spool racer next year. I want to make sure you can't push me over.
Solid.
So there's that. So that was a lot of fun. That was at the end of the show, and we were saying goodbye and had to have a little fun with the spool racer wheels to give you a hard time, I think. And so everybody said I should get those and then put them in the back to make a hot rod. So next year,
okay, like the one that I beat Chuck on.
Well, you didn't have wheels that big.
They were the megas from, I don't know how many kilos was that.
That's 33-pound spool.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was huge. It was a lot of fun.
£33. Who makes that? That was who's winding on those? That's awesome.
So Green Gay 3D, who graciously sponsored us as well as things, they were showing it to us. That's going to be a new thing from them coming soon.
Oh, nice.
So,
makes
yeah,
the,
we got
10,
a lot
the
of
10 kilo little megas look not so mega anymore.
Yeah, and this here, I'll keep it back here. It's a canister by a company that's coming soon. You'll see a video pretty quick here. He brought 11 of these to give out to a few of us, and there'll be a video coming soon with information. But this will be a Slice Engineering thing, and I can't give it away yet, but this could be really cool. That'll be fun. So I'm watching all the comments now. Hey, Fulament, it was great to meet you guys. I hope you made it back with all those donuts. They actually went to Rise and Roll this morning before they left because they were not open yesterday, and I think they said they got 3 dozen before they drove. So hopefully you didn't eat them all. Let's see. Nice shirt. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Man, there's so many great people there. We have HotMakes today, and I definitely want to jump into that. But if you're watching this, jump into the description of the video. Actually, I can post it real quick too. Don't forget to enter tonight's giveaway, and you have to enter through this link. There we go. You can win a $50 Thangs gift card, courtesy of Thangs, or Amazon gift card, courtesy of Thangs. And also, we're giving away 4 of those Jesse subscription boxes, and that is 2 full rolls of Jesse PLA. So that's going to be awesome. So enter. Don't forget to enter. Let's see. Next week will be Jim's turn for technical difficulties. I hope not. I hope not. But there were so many awesome people, and what was really fun about it, Pooch, is, as you know from years past, people come up and say hi, and you're like, "Hi, what's your YouTube name?
What's your handle?"
Yeah, because that's how we know everybody. Steven, yes, as Steven's with us, he took the Tesla out all the way from Arizona.
It's a good road trip.
Yeah, it was a lot of
fun.
How
many charge stops did you have to make there, Steve?
He posted the map on his Twitter earlier.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't count how many superchargers that was.
I didn't either. Ethan's dad. So Ethan, I was talking to Joel, and Ethan came up with a mini gym to sign, and that was phenomenal. So I signed a couple mini gyms. Another gentleman brought a big one over, and I signed that one too. But Ethan, that was for you, man. I really appreciate that. That made my day when you came over and asked me to sign a mini gym. I know you guys made it, Joel, but I don't think you saw him Sunday morning before you had to leave. But they didn't know. No one knew Joel was coming, so they didn't bring mini Joels. They brought mini gyms. So
see, let that be a lesson. Always be prepared because Joel may show up when you least expect it. Right
there, you go. And don't forget to go to Things and print your mini gyms in case you see me. I'll sign it for you. See?
Yeah. Well, that's great, man. Sounds like a good time all around, and I'm glad that some people made some surprise appearances. Dave Randolph and you mentioned thank you to Printed Solid for being part of tonight's giveaway. And you kind of jumped in. I don't know. I think at this point, most of the people in the chat already know what Murph is. But if you had to sum up Murph to somebody who'd never experienced it before, how would you do that?
Let's see. Murph is the Midwest Rep Festival. It is, especially this year, in my elevator pitch of Murph would be a place where us 3D printing nerds can all get together and show the really cool stuff we're making or printing or developing, all in one place, and then add the fun networking with everybody else and the community. You know, the community is so cool and so close that we were having fun with each other. We were joking around and laughing. So it's kind of like a giant family reunion of people you've never met in real life most of the time, but you probably know or seen or saw them or saw some,
or only get to see like once a year or something, or a couple of years if there's a pandemic,
or real life HotMakes, because there's so much cool stuff, and we should probably just do a HotMakes festival. Wouldn't that be awesome?
It's interesting because there's obviously elements of that in Murph and Earth and maker fairs and stuff like that, but there's so much of it happening, all year round that to do it in one thing would be really tough to contain, as we've seen in Earth's and Murph's past, right? So
right, and it's so hard. So I wanted to talk to everybody, right? But I talk a lot, as we all know. And so like Caleb and Steve were like waiting for me to shoot, and we shot I think we shot 7 videos from Murph. And so it was like, hey, someone would come up and talk, and I would just talk to them for a half hour. And these guys are like, hey, we got to go. Like, we got to shoot, man. So it was so much fun. Lightspeed had a great point. Even with a small group, he still missed a lot of people. And, I think that is 100% true. There are still people I didn't get to talk to. I was really pumped. I didn't know that Joe from Makers on Tap started working with Lightburn a couple weeks ago. So he works for Lightburn now.
That's awesome.
And I never got back over to talk to the Lightburn table guys. I wish I would have. But Joe had a selfie robot. Like one of the robots he'd been working on.
And they were posting to Twitter automatically, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, if the Wi-Fi worked, because that was rough. But yeah, it was a lot of fair.
The Wi-Fi was sporadic, was it?
It was really bad, and the service out there was not great.
Sure.
But Chris Travis said hashtag HotMaker Fair. That would be awesome, as long as we don't have the heat and humidity like we did this past weekend. Because I tell you what,
water. Yeah,
it was just they couldn't prevent that. But I tell you, it was by the end of the day, there was nothing that wasn't wet. You were just soaked. Everybody. It wasn't just like me. It was everybody. And there's nothing you could do about it because you were standing in water, and it was in the air, and it was hot. And then it was storming on Saturday. It was like a monsoon for a little while. It was crazy. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, we met a lot of great people. You've been to a lot of these things. We just wish you were there. But how was the Flock of Seagulls concert? We got to ask.
It was fun. We did that. We actually had a big pre 4th of July event with the city my girlfriend works for, which was awesome, and took the kids to that and stuff too. So it was a fun-filled weekend for sure, but obviously not nearly as fun as Murph is. Yeah, I gotta just to add to what your piece of it. I think the coolest thing about Murph, and what I miss the most is like it does feel like it takes some effort to get to, right? Because you have to like a lot of the airport, you're either flying into Chicago or maybe into Detroit, and you got a bit of a drive no matter what, unless you got a private plane you can fly into some small place nearby.
Right.
So it's a bit of a pilgrimage, but I mean that's kind of what makes it so awesome. That it's like Die Hard, and it's really like 3D printing centric, obviously, and making centric. It's not as commercial as like a Maker Faire and stuff like that has been historically. So it is definitely the community and everybody's little show and tell pieces are front and center, with more like sponsors on the periphery kind of thing, which I like.
And this year there wasn't a lot of sponsors there, and there would have been more, but they said the sponsor tables they weren't opening them anymore, but then half the building was empty. So I mean, I wish they would have, but next year, there's always next year. But the one thing that did happen is Lulzbot brought out their new machine they just announced.
I heard about that.
So there's that.
Was it the Sidekick? Is that what it was called?
Yeah, the Sidekick. Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you think?
There's 2 versions. I think it's going to be pretty cool. It's different. It's not an under 3 clone. So
well, that's good because we have plenty of vendors. So
yeah, exactly. So it's going to be really
than
cool. It's modular. The way everything is going to be open source, as far as like all the parts on the machine that are printed or whatever, you can actually get the files and reprint in the colors you want, and you can reconfigure the machine and stuff like that. So it'll be a lot of fun when that thing comes out, and hopefully, if things go well, look soon for one on the channel. I didn't get one. They only brought 4 with them, and before I could get over and talk to them, people already bought them. Like
it looks like Greg got one. Greg says
Greg got one. I was pretty pumped, and I saw that he posted, and I was like, I should have went yesterday. But that was a big
who hesitates.
It was so much fun. I mean, like I said, Fangs took us out to dinner, and that was a blast. We went to a brewery.
Cool.
And but you know
how many of the Things crew were actually, how many were there? Like,
it was just one. It was just John from Fangs.
Just John. Okay, I met
John, and he was super cool. And We dove into a little more about things and what they're doing and where they're going, which we'll bring up more on the show soon. Also, he asked for a lot of our feedback. What can we do? What can they do to help us? What can they do to improve? Stuff like that. So, all I got to say is for people out there a little leery of things, don't be. We're working on something soon, and that will be cleared up. But I think there's some people who are like, there's no ads, there's no revenue. Like, what's going on?
All will be revealed soon.
But I promise we had an amazing discussion. Joel was part of it. Chuck was part of it. And we had an amazing discussion, and it's awesome. We had a great time. So thank you. But we do have some hot makes. All the hot makes this week were hashtag Murph 2021 hot makes. So we're going to show a bunch of cool stuff. You ready?
Yes.
Pooch is like, is this guy going to be quiet? No. Let's do it. Come on, hot makes. Maybe. Uh-oh. Did we freeze?
Engage.
Thanks, Geary. I know Geary is still recovering from a code update from the weekend, and currently at his Geary grandparents' house, Clippy.
He's hanging with Clippy. He's hanging with Clippy tonight. Oh, wow.
So I just wanted to point out, I don't know if you saw Chuck's recent post about the spool racer, but because you didn't show up this year, you forfeited. Chuck is a 2021 spool racer champ.
Look at that.
He retires spool racer champ now. So,
that's good. He needs it.
He wanted to make sure that I pointed that out right away, so you saw that on the show, because he didn't know if you were going to check, but he came away unscathed.
You know what? I don't typically make it a priority to check Chuck's profile that often. So I'm glad you pointed that out.
No, that's so good. It was a lot of fun with Chuck this weekend. All right, what do we got? So this was Scott Leslie, Tinkerology. Thank you so much for posting some stuff. Basically, kind of posting what we saw, and look what's right in front of Sarah there.
Look at that.
That's a rep box
protecting his filament from all that Murph moisture. Murph moisture.
As you can see, the floor here, there was a lot of it.
I bet it made for some great video and cinematography, right? Though, because you know how they always like hose down the set before they do shooting on like a lot of this, because you get all this great light this way. It makes the shots look amazing.
I will say this. It made for balance. I don't know. I won't say, but someone fell, and there was that. But it was like I was running around in that clip I showed earlier. And I'm surprised I didn't kill myself, because it was pretty slippery. But yeah, there's a rep box right in front there. He has a bunch of stickers right from.
Looks like it's taken some battle damage. Cool. Yeah.
And then just some shots from around the show from Tinkerology, and thank you so much for posting those, Scott Leslie.
I hope the power strips were up and out. That doesn't seem particularly safe from an electrical standpoint. Having just standing water in the room.
Well,
were there drops? Were there ceiling drops? How did they do the electrical?
Only when it rained. It was dripping when it rained in some spots, because I got dripped on them.
No. I meant, were the power cords coming down from the ceiling, or were there just power strips on the ground? Oh, geez.
It was okay. It was power strips in the wall, and then you were supposed to bring a power extension.
Okay.
And you just drooped it through the water. It's safe.
So that's perfectly safe. Sure.
Well, you can imagine printing in a swimming pool, because that's what we did all weekend. And some people. We had a guy come up to us. I was talking to Joel and Chuck and a couple other people, and he came up and he's like, "Look, I invented ABS foam." Well, this was Sunday. He had ABS out and he was printing. And he pushed to get a print started. He pushed some through the nozzle, and it was so wet it turned into foam as it came out. and then he broke the piece off and he was showing everybody. It was wet. This was Tripod's Garage. Tripod's in the front there. Nice to meet you officially. And he had a lot of fun.
Tripod's Garage. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to tell because you can't, because he's got the tripod going, right? But you can't tell from here.
Yeah, and to be 100% on, I think he's with us tonight. I see us commenting. I had no idea because I didn't pay attention why you called yourself Tripod's Garage.
It's in his avatar, dude.
I know. I and then I felt like I did a video at his booth and I was like, can you are we going to stand up for this? And then I was like, oh my God, and he's like, no, it's cool.
Was he laughing at you?
Oh yeah, he was definitely laughing. Yeah. And he ended up with, I brought 5 printers and I gave them away to random people this weekend. That was a lot of fun too.
That's great.
So yeah, he ended up with, what was it? Artillery Genius. And I played with it on a live stream and it wouldn't print great. It was extruding like garbage. So there was a clog. It must have been a clog from the factory because it's extruded terrible from the beginning. And also he just formatted the SD card. He unclogged it and then checked everything and it was working great when he got home. So there you go. I'm glad it worked. And now his wife gets a printer. So there's that. I bet they're making fun of me in the chat,
it's
right?
the whites. Just a little light laughter. That's all. Nothing big.
Oh yeah, no, that's okay.
Well, between actually, it's interesting though that we have the community because Jordan Mad Monkey too has only the one leg too, and he's talked about how he's used 3D printing for his prosthesis and stuff. So I don't did Tripod, was he showing off anything like that, or was he? What was at his booth?
No. I don't think so. You'll see in a video coming up pretty soon.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Yeah, I didn't mean to jump the gun on that.
He had one of the droids with him.
Okay.
And some other cool stuff. So you'll see.
I know he's big in the droid building community for sure. Yeah,
it was so cool. I officially want to build a droid now, and now I have to. Let's see, 3D Printing World.
Oh,
it was great. It was awesome to see the 3D printed printer. And a couple other things that they're working on right now, and it was a lot of fun to see the booth. And
so John
thank you
is
so much for posting.
Super talented, man. So we saw the Moldex like 2 years ago. That's the 3D printed one, like the most.
He's the one that did the things, right? That pops out.
He had the lightsaber. He's done a lot of interesting
toys,
stuff.
The
extender.
And I think he did
toys,
a really cool a light switch, a gear like a gear,
the knife switch
thing. Yeah.
He's very, very mechanically minded and stuff. But so then he did the Moldex
printers, right? Yeah, he has the printers that he brought. It was really cool to see. I wish I had more time to talk when we were there. So let's see. Next, Ethan. Ethan was awesome. Ethan and Ethan's dad. I think Ethan's mom was there too. They all had a fun booth and sanitizer. Thank you so much for the sanitizer. I really appreciate that. And Ethan says, anybody else get a stool sample from John Mack? There you go. Well, Ethan did. And that was awesome. And Ethan made my day because I signed his mini gym. Good stuff, Ethan. All right, Tripod. This is a video that Tripod took. So in the back of the building, there was some people there, and I'm struggling to remember the name of this thing. If you were there, let me know. It was like the Star or the Printing Star or something like that. And what it was a modified Ender 5 that's going to use 5. Let's see if you can see this. It's going to have 5 extruders here, and it has a rotating head.
Look at that. I love it.
And this is what Murph is.
This is true Murph, exactly.
Yes. And I think if I remember right, something about they want to go once they get it all working and stuff. That I think they might go to Kickstarter or something. But they had a really cool documentation on that.
So what did he call it?
Let me know in the chat if you remember what it was called, because I think it was like the Printing Star. I took a picture and I need to go back and find out.
Okay. But he's running is that like a duet 3? What has he got on there? Did he say what the
It was a duet. I think it was a duet. They didn't have, well, last I saw, he didn't have it printing it. The last time I saw it, just had, he actually got the PTFE tubing on, and you could understand like how it was kind of going to rotate around, so it wouldn't cross, like the PTFE tubes wouldn't cross.
Don't cross the tubes. Yeah.
Don't want to cross the tubes. They're working on the code. Yeah, they were really trying to get that thing to print before they left. I don't know if that happened because I didn't get to see them before I left, but the only thing it didn't have was duct tape. It's true. All right. So if you remember what that thing was called, let me know otherwise.
Good work in progress. Okay, I love it. That's fantastic.
That's what Murph is. That is. Yeah. That's what Murph is right there. You don't see that stuff unless they tag it on HotMakes, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how much of Murph do you think is like stuff that people really charging hard to get finished from Murph but didn't quite get there? Because I remember that, but it's still really cool to have the conversations and to kind of hear about people's process and see what other people are, you know, thinking and into. And, you know, it doesn't necessarily matter if you didn't get all the way there. It's just really neat to see what efforts people are putting in.
I mean, just to talk to some of these, and not I mean, most of these people are like geniuses to come up with this stuff, you know, and it's awesome. All right, what do we got next? Mark Christensen, in all the excitement, forgot to post my table pick. Mark had a really cool table. He's the one with the D&D stuff there.
The Settlers of Catan tiles and stuff you showed earlier, and the D&D stuff. Yeah, very cool.
And a really cool train there in the center. I think you might have featured that train. I think, is that the train we featured? I can't remember. Let's see. There you go. No, maybe not, that because that's the back end of it. But yeah, really cool table there, Mark, and that was cool to see all the fun stuff that they were doing. He had all these dies and stuff, you know.
Nice.
So nice work, Mark. Let's see, what else do we got? Shay. Of course, Shay was there. It was great to see Shay up and walking and feeling a little better. But
tug of warring, yeah,
tug of warring. That's right. You got to meet. Let's see. Here we go. Rep Ryan, right? I think that's how you say her name. I don't know officially. Yeah. But she had a really cool table there, running a kind of a DIY dry box into a. There we go.
That's a nice looking Delta right there.
Yeah, Delta, which was really cool. Some really good ideas
going on here. What am I looking at here? The top?
That is the top. Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So what? A lot of functional details that fight a good deal of issues in the other designs. There's a purpose for lots of choices that totally make a lot of sense if you pause and think. It's also very visually appealing. That's what Shay had to say. So I think this was a really cool Delta. It was really cool to see her out at the show. And I know Amy Double D wanted this. She wasn't there, but she commented on this, saying that that's the printer she always wanted. So that was
very nice.
Yeah, it was a really cool Delta. Let's see, what else do we got? Sad Narwhal. We've had him on the show, or I can't remember if that was still. I think that was before this show, but
yeah, that was pre-HotMakes, right? Like back during
that was like one of the first community showcase shows, and I met him at Murph 2019, and he was there again. Awesome dude, brought some new stuff to show off this year. Really talented prop maker, in the community, and it was great to see him there. Yeah, good stuff. So Sad Narwhal, great to see you. Let's see. Yeah, Tripod said they were across. Yeah, I mean, he makes some really cool stuff. If you have time, go check out his stuff. It's called Sad Narwhal Props. I did a community showcase on that. Like that was 2019 at some point. Good stuff. Oh, this is Chuck's. He set up his iPad. So if those of you who don't know, Chuck actually films all of his videos on an iPad, and he set it up and did a time lapse. And I actually filmed with my camera. I actually filmed this for Chuck, like from straight on, and I gave him the labs so he could have the sound and everything. And I sent him over the files, but he set up the time lapse and posted it in 14 seconds. And this was him and Joel having a lot of fun. building a 500% stem fee block racer. And they only had to take it apart once to fix them. I mean, because they forgot to put something in. But and
nice.
That's nice. So it was really fun. Check out the video when the video comes out. I know he is got most of it already ready to go. He was waiting for my files already, so that'll be a lot of fun. And Chuck, those stem fee files are amazing. Have you played with those yet?
No, I haven't had a chance, but I know Chuck loves them.
I think I'm gonna try to build a full-size vehicle out of it, something I can sit in.
Yeah, you could do your spool racer for next year in it, right?
You just gave
with
it away.
With the big wheels?
I'm just joking. Yeah, that is actually, we were talking about it. We were like, because these are 500%. I mean, we'd have to make it, giant, right? Midnight Giant was not there. No. There would have been plenty of space.
But his little brother, 6 p.m. midget, was, so go figure.
That's funny. All right, this was John Mack's table. John Mack, the whole front board you see was done on his CNC, the one he has in his garage.
Yeah,
and, that was really cool.
Hang router. What is that called again, guys? Tell me in the chat.
Yeah, I can't remember which one it is, but put it in the chat. And
Such
he
a
had
neat
some really
design.
cool stuff. He had the giant. They brought the giant Flexi Rexy that was printed and glooped together.
It's a sexy Flexi Rexy right there. Look at that.
Yeah. He had the stool samples. A lot of really cool stuff. He had some Oreo cases, the ones that like hold stuff in them. You unscrew them.
Yeah. Did you get to pick one of those up?
I
Oreo storage.
I didn't pick much up because that's in a land of COVID. I didn't want to touch everything that everybody was touching. But here's the thing: people were taking the Oreos and like dipping them in the floor water while I was watching, and it was hilarious. By the way, so that was funny. Let's see. Did they give us the name of that?
Maslow.
Yeah, Maslow. Okay, cool. But it was really
there's the man himself.
There you go, John Mack. Nice to see you. I think one of the printers I brought went to John Mack. I think it was that 4-in-1, the DIY.
So basically, you used Murph as an opportunity for a little house cleaning. It sounds like.
I'm not going to say that, but yeah.
I'm sorry. Community giveaways.
Yeah, community giveaways. Oh, see, here's the thing. I had an abundance of stuff that I wasn't going to use, and I was hoping that other people in the community would actually use it. So I brought it. Dan, DB3D, he got the really big, the 4-in-1 that I did a live stream on. John Mack got the smaller version of that. Another gentleman, I'm going to forget his Twitter handle now. I gave him one of the printers as well. I gave Tripod a printer. And then the last printer was I was supposed to give away an Ender 3 V2, and it was in the what am I talking about? In the Green Gate 3D booth. And what happened was I thought Green Gate was going to bring like tickets or a sign up or something, and they thought I was gonna. And it was a miscommunication on my side. So what happened was no one signed up for it. And I did, and I was like, you know what? I was talking to Rich. He didn't have a printer, and I was like, take it home and print with it, and I'll give another printer away. So soon we're going to do another printer giveaway, and it'll be available for everybody. But instead of giving that away, I gave 4 other ones away to random people. So
that's awesome.
So if you wonder whatever happened to the Ender 3 V2, it didn't get given away. Actually, Rich took it home. The last day we pulled out a fresh roll of of PETG black. Green Gate 3D PETG. I put it on the printer and hit print, and it printed an awesome face. So, milk dudes. Oh boy. Let's see what else we got. So, and last but not least, I'm looking at time here. Greg's Baker Corner. He took a bunch of pictures, which was really cool. This was Zolan. Zolan it was awesome to meet you if you're watching right now.
He's not a panda. Well, that's good to see.
He is super tall, by the way. Speaking of height, Shane, it was good to see you too. Yeah, Zolan is pretty tall, but he was sitting there like this a lot of time flying his drone. People were flying their drones around inside the building because it was so big. And then there was a couple people with RC cars, and they were like flying through the aisles. It was awesome.
Now, did they do? They didn't do any of the racing or any of the events that they had last.
Unfortunately, no. But they probably would have had a boats. If you would have brought a boat, you probably could have raced.
Boat racing could be a new tradition.
Greg's Baker Corner says at least 6'6". Yeah, he was tall. Another thing you don't expect, right? There's Shay and Greg. Let's see. There we go. So these are the guys. I want to say it's by 7. I could be wrong. I apologize on the Twitter handle, but these guys brought the vase to me, and then they entered in that Fulament contest as well. So thank you so much for that. That was pretty cool. But yeah, all in all, a ton of fun. It was amazing to meet everybody. If I didn't get to say hi or something, I apologize, but I know a lot of you guys came up and said hi and caught us. It was a blast. What was really cool is it was such I'd say small show that even like Joel was super accessible to everybody. Anyone who wanted to talk to Joel could just walk up. And I think a lot of people really dug that. It was fun.
It's an intimate gathering of 3D printing.
I see Mike from AutoDrop. It was nice to see you again, Mike. It was everybody's saying hovercraft, bench boat races. I'm telling you, it was so wet in there. You definitely could have had like airboat races. Yeah. But
drifting. I love it.
What else do we got? Before we go too much further, I know I've been talking a lot about Murph because this whole episode was kind of a recap. Do you have any questions before we kind of move on a little?
Well, is it? We're closing in on drawing time, so maybe just a reminder for anybody that wants to get in. How do they enter, Jim?
Just dropped it in the description, in the chat, or go into the description. There's an entry there, but I just dropped it in the chat as well. Make sure you got entered there. We have like 91 people watching currently. There's only 62 entered, so make sure you get
good
entered.
Odds.
The next thing, any questions about Murph? I know we did. We missed you. We gave you a lot of static all weekend, sending you texts and stuff, but we really did. We missed you there, and we wish you would have been there. Here's the thing. Caleb was there, right? And I wasn't quite there yet. I was at Tim's from TH3D. I stopped at Tim's on the way down, and then he texted me and he said, "Hey, I'm at CME CNC talking to the old crew, and Chuck is here, and also the guy who said he wasn't going to come is here too." And he's like, "But I can't tell you who." And I was like, "Pooch came! It's awesome!" And I was so excited. I was so excited because I was like, we could do HotMakes segments at tables, like quick HotMake 2-minute HotMake segment. And then I get there and he's like, "It was Joel." And I was like, that's cool too. Okay. That's cool too.
That's cool too. Fine.
But
I'm sorry to disappoint.
And Caleb's like, "No, I'm sorry, man." No, it was a lot of fun though. I really thought he said the person who said he wasn't going to come. I was like, that son of a gun. But yeah. Either way, the person who said he wasn't going to come showed up. So what I got here is a box from Llama. Now, I understand that we were supposed to open this on stream, and someone got a little open boxy. And
I got a little open happy. I opened mine last week. But we're going to have you be surprised.
I have no idea what's in here. I really don't. Caleb wouldn't tell me. You wouldn't tell me. But this is the box. Pay attention close to the address. If I can even zoom it in right there.
You want people to write that address down?
Can you even see it?
Lower,
I don't even know.
Lower.
I don't want to go lower because the other address is on there.
Oh, okay.
So the one time in my streams I could actually show an address because that's what you got to send stuff to.
Right.
Yeah. This was sent from Llama, and I'm super pumped to see what's in here. And now he did tell me that I need to have a battery. So I have a battery in my pocket.
You have a battery in your pocket at the ready. You came prepared. I love it. Now
Kevin says the table no longer wobbles. That's funny.
With the spatula of opening.
Yeah, the spatula of opening. I just wanted to cut the tape, right? So I want to show his address in focus. So there we go. Everybody says I already have.
We have a lot of good guesses. A lot of good guesses in the chat happening.
Anything you want to? I haven't looked. Anybody want to guess? This is your chance. So he did say he had to ship it in some parts. He sent stool samples. I already got some.
Sounds like you're all good on stool samples.
So it's packed nice. I'm just gonna kind of do this, and I think the rest in here is just packaging. So we're good. Surprised that box can't be open.
Nothing is in the box. Stupid.
I like the packaging. It was very thought out. On the back of the
pre-moistened Oreos. That's a good guess. Yeah.
Yeah. There's some parts there. There's some parts. Pre-moistened Oreos. I was wondering if anyone was going to bring me Oreos this weekend.
Well, that's why I was talking about the container. I thought maybe you were going to like use, get one of those containers that who you said, did John Mack made those? The Oreo containers? Yeah. Could you put Oreos in the Oreo container for Oreo Inception?
You probably could, but you'd have to fill it with water. So you can see from the back it's a cloth. Now, this is phenomenal. By the way,
dang, that's a flex, man. That's like so much. That's like $300 worth of lumber you're holding right there.
Right, and it smells. It smells like it was staying nice. So you have yours, right?
It's at the shop.
Oh, come on. So this is phenomenal. And we'll show you next week. Have a good night. No.
Cliffhanger.
I did not put it together yet, but look at this. This is a HotMakes time clock.
That's sweet.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
He's been busy with the with that CNC of his.
Yeah. This is so cool. And I can't wait to put the battery in and
put the finger. You get to pick your choice of hands.
Yeah. I see that.
So there's
like fancy hands.
Oh, you got the fancy hands.
The fancy hands? Yeah, the fancy.
I think you gotta go fancy hands. I don't know. What do you think? Let us know in the chat.
It's HotMakes. We got to go fancy.
Fancy hands.
And it looks like they go on and they kind of screw on, and then you set the time, and it's got a hanger in the back to hang it up. Dude, Llama, this is awesome.
And that's that's reclaimed wood too. I think he said from, I want to say from a barn somewhere. I don't know. It's at an attic.
Super cool, man.
He stole some wood from somewhere and made a clock out of it.
Use all the hands.
Upcycling.
There you go. That would be funny. What time is it? Well, one I'll use both hands. One will be Central Time. The other one will be Pooch Time.
Hey, that's cool. Yeah, figure that out. You need that'd be a great. Maybe that can be his next project. Llama, can we request a double clock so we can get, because we can always mix that up when we do our bumpers, right, Jim? It's like 4 p.m. Central. No, wait, Mountain. When nobody's in Mountain Time. Why don't we care about Pacific? It's hard. Time zones are hard.
Andrew Rogers says Grand Theft Lumber. Yes. This is so cool, man. I am so pumped. This is man. Thank you. I know he said like this isn't like the joke thing I would normally send. This is gonna be fun. And I was like, yes. Thank you. Dude, I'm so pumped.
It's a very thoughtful and a kind make, and I'm very he sent me one as well that I teased on Twitter last week because I didn't follow instructions. I didn't realize it was supposed to be a reveal. Also because I get 100 packages at the shop a day and we just start tearing through everything. But mine just says rep cord on it in a similar pattern, and it's really cool. So
yeah, that is a hot make. As soon as I get the hands on it, get it timed, I will hang it in here, and I will take a picture and throw it up on Twitter and social medias. Thank you so much. And Geary got one too. So it was a digital file. He just uploaded it to the internet, and Geary has one.
That'll be good because being a computer, it's really unfortunate when he doesn't know what time it is. he's an air gapped AI. He's not actually tied to the atomic clock.
Right. Well, when we don't set him to automatically change the time zones, it gets a little crazy. But anyways, thank you so much, Llama. I really appreciate that. I think I speak for Pooch and Geary as well.
He does.
Geary was at Murph in spirit, and that was cool. I got a lot of cool filament. I got a lot of other really cool stickers. And we just don't. I can't show everything today, but I just wanted to say thank you, everybody who took the time to come say hi to me. It was a blast. I wish next year, hopefully we'll all be there because we can't be at Earth. Earth was canceled already, so I guess it'll be next year.
Sad.
What if we do?
You know what's funny is maybe if they just hang on with Earth, people will just show up surprise, right? We'll just all surprise them and show up anyway.
Show up. I don't think the school would have dig that.
You know what? They don't get a say.
Zach says, "Where's the mini gym with the third eye?" We showed it earlier. I don't know who ended up with that, but I know it was pretty funny. We showed it earlier. That was good stuff. But yeah, let's see what else do we got. We got a bunch of giveaways. Let's look at what we got. This is your last chance, guys. There's 75 people currently entered. I'm going to post this one more time. Pooch, do you have a rent for us today?
Yeah, I do. Hold on. I need like 1 minute. I'm pulling up my visual aids for it because we missed it.
Good.
We missed it last week.
And Geary, I can hit the button if you need me to hit the button.
I'm going to get triggered all over again.
Yeah, you are. As soon as you see that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Zach says it was his wife with the googly eyes. She was putting googly eyes on everything, and it was great. And then the best part about that little mini gym is they had a bunch of stringing between the legs, we'll call it, and it was hilarious. We'll just say that it was hilarious.
There it is. Right here.
Let's see. Ubuntu. Someone said it's Geary updating to Windows 11.
That happens.
That happens. Yeah.
We're porting them over to Linux. It's finally time.
So from now until the end of the PoochRant, this is your chance to finish entering for the $50 things. Amazon gift card. Also, 4 of the Jesse subscription boxes. That's 2 rolls of Jesse PLA. That's going to be so cool.
I guess I can share them one at a time.
I don't know who gave out I don't know who gave out the eyes, but it was really cool to meet the IC3D crew was out. That was a lot of fun too. Gloop. There was a lot of cool printers that we didn't even show or mention today, but there was some really cool stuff there. And I know what's funny is that Steven used autopilot quite a bit on his road out. He's like, man, it was awesome. He said it gets off on exits and slows down and goes around cars. I'm like, what?
It's a really awesome way to road trip. I'll tell you what.
All right.
I am ready with my rant. Wait, hold on. I'm channeling my inner rant rage.
Wait till you see the picture. You're going to channel it all day.
Okay, I'm ready.
PoochRant.
All right, check this out. Okay, so Jim, I showed this to you. I think I was talking to you guys about this. It was maybe like last week or the week before, and this just pisses me off on so many levels. This is a design by some Italian designer of like a super economy class airline seat. And the minute I saw this on Twitter, I lost it because this is a answer to a problem. Like we don't need to cram more people into planes. I know the airlines are constantly thinking about like how can we maximize our profit margins, but not at the sake of our crotches and stuff. Man, look at this, Jim. Are you seeing this? It's a bike seat with like a back on it. And
I no. So there was a lot of funny comments on this. Like, what do you use as a flotation device? I don't know. I mean, like, there's no way I would fit in something like this. And oh man, I could only imagine.
Exactly. I was gonna say, how big do you think that guy even is? Because imagine getting like a Chuck or a Jim or a Zolan or anybody that's bigger than 5'9" in there. I mean, I wouldn't want to. I'm 5'10", and that doesn't look comfortable for anybody.
Imagine being next to the three of us in the middle, like or something like that. You know what I mean? Like we're like, hey, how you doing? I'm stuck on a bike seat.
So this is actually just part one of a two-part visual aid rant about products and companies. To like, I understand that in commercial, in capitalist society, we're constantly looking for ways to increase the bottom line, but there has to be sane limits to that, right? Like, it's not okay to sacrifice people's life. Like, this doesn't even seem healthy. I don't care if it's just for an hour or whatever. Like, we're already having to like combat the fact that everybody thinks it's okay to just fart on an airplane, and like, imagine like how much worse it is if you're packed this much tighter together with everybody just pretending it wasn't them. And there's like, there's absolutely no cushioning to any of this. This is just it's a torture device. It is, somebody said it. It belongs in a torture dungeon. This should not even see light of day. Shame on whoever designed this.
Walmart Huffy seat, Walmart Huffy bike seat has more padding than that probably does.
Yeah. Here, as if airline flights aren't bad enough. You're like, let's add hemorrhoids to the list, and also no emergency flotation devices anymore. Because if you can't at least pay for normal economy that has like that little seat cushion that I'm sure will totally save your life if you're ever ejected into the ocean in a plane crash. But maybe that's the thing. They're like, that was all a crock anyway. Okay, but here's the other one. Here's the other one you got to see. Pulling it up now. So, and this is one that's going to likely.
Oh, the comments are gold right now.
I think there might be some division on this. Okay, but in the spirit of what I'm talking about here, hearty meals love raisins. Look, I like raisins. Okay, but this is ruining raisins. Stop. Nobody puts raisins on a slab of chicken like that. What are you doing? Like, just because you want to sell more raisins, like, what can we just put raisins on that people don't put raisins on normally to sell more raisins, and then convince them that this is normal, right? Like, stop gaslighting me, Raisin Lobby. What's wrong with you?
That's a big nope. That's a big for me.
Nope. Unsubscribe.
I think everybody else is saying no. I think the only person who said he wanted this was Caleb. And he said, I'd try it.
Yeah. Thank you. See, fix some dude nose. Now everybody.
This is worse than Oreos in water.
Just bring back the claymation raisins, man. You had it fine with claymation raisins. We don't need your nonsense trying to sell more raisins, but I'm going to throw it in my chili and my pork and beans and on this burger. Who puts raisins on a burger? It's bad enough when you start getting that people trying to put pineapple slices on there for the Hawaiian burger, which I can be into. I can be into sometimes, but not raisins.
Nope.
Not raisins.
Pineapples don't belong on pizzas either. Fight me.
Now, see, I know that, and that's why I said it's divisive, because I don't mind pineapple. I like a Hawaiian pizza, but I know a lot of people. I'm going to catch a lot of flack for that.
Speaking of flack, if I had a rant show like you do, it would be about the pictures
segment.
Pictures. Yeah, half a show. Anyways,
go full time on the
pictures. Yeah, why not? It's just going to be called PoochRant. No, the pictures that people are tagging us in with the Oreo Ranch or the May Oreos.
Oh my God, the May Oreos! Yeah,
God,
that was funny. But that was obviously a joke. That was obviously not real. Yeah, but hilarious. But this was a real ad, and this is a real proposed and I'm like, where does this end? Where does it end? Why not just shove people standing room only, sweaty subway car? Like, why even have chairs at this point, right? Like, where does it end? Stop the 100%, insanity.
100% agreed. I am not for this, and no, especially the raisin. I mean, but those seats, like I said, Tripod had a really good point. How does someone with one leg ever even sit on that?
Poor Tripod. Poor Tripod can't even sit on this seat. And here's the thing: is I suspect they're like, well, there's always somebody who's just going to want like the cheapest way to get there. I don't care. I don't care if I have to stand. I don't care if I like. I just need. It's not. That's not. At some point, it's just not human decency. It's not kind. It's not like make us all feel like just crammed in a boxcar. That's terrible.
Right. I think I'll take my chances with the lithium-ion batteries below.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. May as well. You right. Be more comfortable in a dog crate underneath the plane.
No. No.
What do you think?
I can't even think. All right. NRAM. Nice work. I'm not a fan.
Let's give away some stuff. On that note,
let's give away some stuff. Let's see if I can make the screen better though.
We got the top hat. Oh, here we go. Okay. Let's see. How thin are we slicing this pizza pie tonight?
Get out of here. There we go. All right, what do we got? Last chance. I threw it up there already.
I know what we got.
85 people.
And we got 4.
Now, remember, the printed solid ones are for USA only. And
USA.
I apologize, but that's what we have to do. So I'm going to
#1 exporter of PLA. Actually, I don't think that's true. Maybe the resin we are for sure. USA.
Yeah.
But thank you to Printed Solid for part 1 of tonight's giveaway. We're doing 4. Tell them, Jim. What are we doing?
We're doing 4 Jesse subscription boxes. That's 2 rolls of Jesse PLA each in each box, which is awesome. Thanks so much to David at Printed Solid, who announced, I think it was it today or yesterday, that they're going to be selling the colored cap tubes. Speaking of the colored Capricorn,
wait a minute.
I have
late breaking announcement.
I have the red right here, which is really cool. So if you want color tubing like this, there's all different colors. Printed Solid's going to have them now. So check that out.
Sweet.
But we're USA doing 4 of those now. Oh, USA and Canada. I totally forgot about Canada. That's right. He just announced that they're going to be shipping to Canada.
How do you forget about Canada? They're all covered.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Canada, you're in as well. Congratulations. North America. Mostly. Except
UK, I apologize not so on this one, but we will have the option to win a $50 Amazon gift card. Here we go. Are you spinning it?
Yes, I will spin. All right, give me a count.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, baby.
Mysterio. Make yourself known, Mysterio 3D.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot about the music.
I thought that was a fantastic ad. I was getting my flex on with it.
Yeah. If Mysterio's with us, they are definitely USA. So Mysterio, hey,
win.
There it is.
Win. Big W from Mysterio. #1 tonight.
We'll get that info over to David at Printed Solid. What do we got? Ready? We can do it again. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, baby.
Pop and lock. Chemist clips. Is that like
Chemist clips?
Chemist clips, like haircuts for chemists?
If you're here, let us know. If I see the person in our spreadsheet, they are US. If they're here, let it be known.
Make yourself known. Hey, sweet thanks. We're proud of you, Chemist Clips. Way to hang out for the win.
I was going to change the music up, but I'll leave it for now.
We're 2 for 2, Jim. Two for two.
2 for 2. On the count of 3, I'm going to do it this time. You ready?
Go for it.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, baby.
You spun it. Oh, Strap Magic.
Strap Magic.
Strap Magic is also USA. If they are here with us, let it be known.
I predict good things for Strat Magic.
Come on,
That's the
Strat
third
Magic.
Jesse PLA subscription box, courtesy of Printed Solid to USA and
Anybody?
Canada today. Thanks to Dave's big
Anybody
announcement,
see-
he's shipping to Canada now, baby.
Yeah, that's awesome. And
Hooking
you
up
know,
our brethren to the north.
Oh, I don't see anything from Strat Magic yet. Can we tag him? I shut down my chat there.
Let's spin number 4 and see
Right,
if he comes
we'll
back.
come
And
back.
if not, we may have a
All right.
5th spin.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
six.
baby.
Oh, I see what you did. I see what you did there. Okay.
Ethan's dad.
Wins! Finally! Ethan's dad
Yes.
never wins anything.
Perfect.
Congratulations, Marcus.
Oh, is Marcus here still?
Oh, did he have to leave? Ah, there he is.
No.
A woot. We got a woot. Woot, there it is.
Woo! All right. And Strat Magic, did they comment?
I don't know. I didn't see anything from Strat Magic. Anybody been hanging out with Strat Magic? No? No? Nothing from Strat Magic? What do you guys think? Spin again? Spin again for another Printed Solid? Wait a minute.
Strat Magic, you got to type in the chat going once.
Whoop it, whoop it, whoop it, whoop it, whoop it, whoop it, whoop it. Time's up. Spin it.
Time out.
Yeah, baby.
That was a little micro spin I did right there. Can't tag him. That means he's out.
3D Magic
Medic
Vince.
Vince.
Yes.
Well played, sir. Well
He was
played.
there, had an
Play to
awesome
win.
booth, by the way.
And you did.
Yeah, awesome booth at Murph, by the way, 3D Magic Vince. It was great to meet you again. I believe. Oh, here you go.
You remet
Yes.
it. There it is. You got the patch. Is it a sticker or is it a patch? It's a sticker.
I got stickers and a magnet.
Ooh, and a magnet. He's branching out.
Branching out.
I like it.
Uh-oh. Is Vince with us?
What do you
Oh,
think?
no.
Come on, Vinny. Where you at?
102 people watching.
You at?
All right,
Where
we're
you
going
at?
to give him a second. We're going to give him a second. Let me just
All
check
right.
to make sure if anybody added into the
While we're waiting,
grab.
I'm going to
while
tell
we're
them
waiting,
about
I'm
tonight's grand prize
Go ahead.
from Thangs.com. There they are. Our sponsor, our title sponsor, Thangs.com. Give them a nice stroke of the ego here. We're doing a $50. That's 50 big ones to Amazon. And as you're well aware, Amazon rules the world. And so it's open to everyone, right? Everywhere
100%.
that there's Amazon, which I still have yet to hear anywhere there's not Amazon. Maybe Antarctica, maybe like down at the Ross Ice Shelf. I don't know.
Maybe
Now that it's
maybe.
warming up down there, they'll set up shop. I hear they're putting a distribution center down there.
Oh no, is Vince not here? Oh, he's there. There he is. 3D Medic Vince. Woo.
He made it. He made it.
Made
Somebody
it.
texted him
Okay.
just in time. He woke up.
So I grabbed everybody else who's entered just in case, and we are post
Do we have the
pasting
same
now.
music? You can switch up the music on
This
us?
is for $50, courtesy of Thangs. Once again, it was great to meet John from Thangs. Thank you so much. He gave us a sweet hat, filament. Thanks for the shirt. I appreciate. Hey, they had tent size, so I got a shirt. He asked me what
Tent
size.
size?
I said tent, and he said, "What?" And I said, "He said you what size shirt?" I said, "Tent." You have tent size? Yeah, tent because I'm big.
It's like a tent in there. Tent for one.
Yeah. All
Okay.
It was a funny joke. He did the
You
same
want to
thing.
spin with me? Spin together?
Let's do it. All right.
One?
I'll do it
You gotta
one-handed.
count.
1, 2,
Headbutt.
3.
Give a little hair flip. Ooh, it's like Sports Center music.
David Wilson!
Lying in bed, just like David Wilson did in the famous lyrics from, I think that's what the lyrics were. Bare Naked Ladies? No, not a fan? Okay.
Hey, I love
That was for the Canadians out there that Dave's shipping to now.
It's been 1 week.
Chicken to China.
David
to
Wilson,
Chinese
are you
chicken.
with us? I'm pretty sure David.
Come on, David.
Anyways, while we're waiting for David,
Proof of life.
In, thank you so much, everybody, for jumping in. It has been an amazing week, past weekend, an amazing week since the last show. I again, thank you guys so much for saying hi to me. The love in the community is awesome. David Wilson's with us. Murph was amazing. I can't wait to do it again with everybody. I'm hoping we could find something before next year, because a year is a long time.
A year is a long time and yet a short amount of time, but I am really, really, really looking forward to it. And I think a lot of other people are as well. And hopefully we get a lot of that international crowd back and you know, all that. So, you know,
we should do HotMakes
on location.
HotMakes Live Festival. I don't know. But anyways, Milwaukee Maker Fair. Good point, Shane. Milwaukee Maker Fair is in September.
Oh, how convenient for you.
Yeah, I'll see some people there. Maybe we could find some other Maker Fairs. There's a big one by you, right?
Well, there has been, but I since Make, did the whole reorg, I don't know what's in their plans. So, we have some smaller regional ones, but the San Francisco, the Bay Area Maker Fair has been defunct for a few years. I'm not sure what the latest is on that. So we'll see. But we'll keep an ear out, and hopefully at some point we'll get to have it in person with fire and other hot things. Hot plates, hot peppers.
That would be fun. I appreciate it. Pooch, it's been a fun show. Hey, great rant tonight. I will never sit in one of those seats. I will drive. I want to burn that thing. I want to find it, and I want to douse it in lighter fluid. I want to set it on fire, and that's the last anybody should ever see of it. Pooch. Someone said Pooch Rant Fest. No.
Perf.
That's funny. Yeah.
Good show, buddy.
So
good times.
All right, guys. Hey, thank you so much. Geary will be back with us next week. Again, everybody else, thank you so much for tuning in every Monday, 6 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Pooch time, also known as Pacific. If you want to find us, tell them how they find us on the HotMakes verse.
Very simple. Very simple. If you want to find it, well, first of all, Jim's got his address posted. If you want to send stuff to us, he showed us your address earlier. If you want to tag something awesome that you've seen, all you do is you put that little pound sign, that little hashtag, that little, that thing next to the number 0 on your push button phone. HotMakes. Hashtag HotMakes on anything awesome, and you may see it here on a future episode with us telling you why we think it's awesome and hot, or not.
That's right,
but mostly hot.
Mostly. I don't know if we've had a knot. Have we had a knot?
We did the hot or not segment, but nothing's ever not hot. What's not?
This is not hot.
That is not hot. No, that is not hot.
Hey. Yes, next week. Don't we have Mitch on?
Yeah,
we have Mitch on next week.
That's going to be a good one. Tune in next week for Mitch. We're going to talk battle bots. We're going to talk about backpack printers. We're going to talk about not being 6'6" at a Murph. All the things that Mitch does exceptionally well. We're really looking forward to having a Mitch Cerrone right here. Like Jim said, 4 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Central. We have clocks now, so we've nailed it, right? Thanks, Llama.
I think, yes, Llama. Thank you, Llama. I'm going to show it one more time. Llama, thank you so much for this sweet clock. I can't wait to get hands on it. Thank you. That's phenomenal. Also, in a few weeks here, Emily the Maker.
That's a really exciting one because not a lot of people have heard of her either, but
she's blown up huge, and that's going to be awesome. So
boom,
check that out. We'll announce the date soon, but it's in July. Other than that, everybody else have a great night. Thank you again for showing up. Thank you for coming. Thanks for the sponsorship. We appreciate that every week.
Printed Solid, Dr. Andolph. I'd like to thank my parents. I'd like to thank the Academy. I'd like to thank my co-host Jim. I'd like to thank the Wheel. Good night, guys.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night. Keep making. Mm.